Hello, heathens, degenerates, and otakus. Welcome back, everybody. Now, for anyone who's not familiar with me or is new to my channel, my name is Roman, aka Mr. Enemy 343, and I'm back at it again. But this time, I'm trying to focus on more positive things in life right now. So, to tell you the truth, guys, I actually have my freaking Discord just heated just like that, apparently. And God, this actually sucks ass. I lost all my friends on Discord. Everything I've done, boom, gone. Arrivederci. But you see, I'm not gonna let it freaking pass me by. Okay, I'm seriously going to freaking just keep fighting this because we gotta keep staying positive and try to actually be a shining light for people. Oh, we got a visitor. Well, welcome. I actually, could use a little hand, but hold on. I just got. Uh, Hold on. I gotta freaking do something real quick. Okay. Uh, okay. Back. Alrighty. Here we go. And voila. Hold on a second. Bring just phone back on here, and there we go. Whoop. I'm upside down. Oh, there we go. Good as new. All right, we got Dio. Hold on, Dio.
Cock-a-doodle pussy!
Even in the evening, dude. Even in the evening.
Yes.
And
Hey
hold on.
guys.
Hey, Shadow. Yeah, turns out that freaking, I just actually lost my old account on Discord.
Hmm.
Boy, am I not fucking happy about that.
Well,
Yeah, okay, so in on technicality, on Discord, you are not allowed to post Lodi/Shoda because it's, well, you already know the fucking answer because people are stupid and can't distinguish reality from fiction. But I highly recommend you when you make your other account to avoid doing just that. I mean, that's why every other YouTuber and whoever else who has a spicy channel on their Discord, they make sure that the rule is no Lodi and Shoulder, not because they don't want it, but because they could get yeeted off because of stupid people who think a cartoon character equals a real life human being. And as we all know, that is absolutely asinine. Hey, Shiny, welcome to the stream.
Yeah, as you were talking about this situation of this whole argument, we got tired of we got grown out of it and all this whole lowly pedo situation going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the point
In
is,
fact, good.
like it's time to bury the hatchet on these repetitive arguments, like talk about the Vic drama or the lowly show pedo situation and all the other stuff. It's like, geez, people need to take a break from these arguments or just move on from that. That's the point.
Yeah, they need to, go touch some grass. Maybe shave the neck beard and, stop being a disgusting garbage bag of a human being and get a job.
Yeah.
Instead of being on Twitter all day going, this is problematic because it looks like a child. Meanwhile, I guarantee you they're a huge fan of cuties.
Even
Yeah,
though
exactly.
I've been blocking a lot of these antis and their followers because I don't want to waste my time arguing with them.
Oh, we got two more. Okay, we got Joker and we got DD. Hold on, guys. I'll let you guys on.
All right.
I'm
So-
sorry, I was playing Splatoon 2 when all of a sudden my phone's like, oh no, I'll give you the message.
Yeah.
Hey, Dee. And it's
Yeah.
great to see you here.
So, anyways, let's continue what I'm saying, right? Because the point is, I don't want to waste my time arguing with them because I want to focus and move on to some stuff. But still, there's one kick Vic who can't even move on, or a few just fails
Hey,
and
we can't see Mr. A. Okay, now we see each other.
Oh,
All
for
right,
God's
There we
sake,
go.
going after Vic again? This is just like the people who follow
Let's focus stuff on positivity.
it's like seriously, I don't post anything about Vic anymore, to be honest. And yeah, they still
Honestly,
want
there's
to
not
go
much to
at it.
talk about.
This is
Yeah.
like those who follow She Who Must Not Be Named. Johnny Depp won the
I mean,
trial.
Amber Heard,
Yeah.
it's over, D. It's won. We
Well,
can safely
Mr.
say
A,
the
get
name.
ready for
Amber
this
Heard.
thing to be taken down. Because YouTube will take anything mentioning her name down. Thanks, Joker.
Amber
Yeah,
Heard,
that's-
Amber Heard, Amber Heard, Amber Heard. I
Oh
summoned
my
the
god,
YouTube
she's
God
she's
to strike me
Beetlejuice.
down.
Oh my god, she's not
Don't
Beetlejuice.
you
dude.
dare insult Beetlejuice like that.
I said she's not Beetlejuice.
Yeah, but YouTube is a fucking asshole. That's
Yeah.
why YouTubers like Come Geek Some and that Umbrella guy have to basically say AH or something, because if you say her
Well, to be fair, they're the ones who kept
I just
like updating
say,
everyone. Well,
I just
Dee,
call
to
her
be
she
fair,
who shall not be
they
named.
were updating everyone as the trial, even like way before the trial. And despite their names popping up in the trial, it's like, hey, you know what? It's free publicity. They just gain even more popularity. Give me a second.
And the point is, like these kick Vickers can't even move on from me. The point is, they just don't want to leave me alone, and it's more because of Lady Toru can't even move on because, like, geez, I'm tired of hearing about Trump or the MAGA or whatever or anything like that. Like, seriously.
No, they actually, because, God forbid, I'm not really much of a political channel, but these people actually have wicked bad cases of Trump derangement syndrome. And,
Yeah.
basically they still.
Yeah, but the point is her followers refuse to accept she lost. The jury and judge were like, you're full of fucking shit. And he
Yeah.
actually has evidence to prove that he was being abused.
And also, no pun intended.
And yet, people are still siding with her, and I can't fucking understand it.
Because
And I'm going to name another YouTuber who didn't even watch the trial, yet she wants to claim that She Who Must Not Be Named is the victim. Omnia.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if Omnia gets
I
pissed
know.
about this. You fucking whore. You fucking hypocrite. I
Alright.
don't care.
All right. Okay, just can we stop with the Amber Heard situation right now?
Also, Omnia is quote unquote non-binary, and I'm sick of fucking people saying she's non-binary. Fine, I'll respect her when she returns Kai's cat. She stole her ex's cat. When she returns the cat, then I'll say they them with
We
her.
got it.
Okay. Even we know, like the other
Yeah,
thing
we get
with,
the idea.
yeah, we know.
I'm sorry, it just pisses me off that
Wait,
people.
hold on. Why the fuck are you sideways, Mr. A?
Fixing
Okay,
it.
there you go.
It
I
just
think
pisses
it's the technical stuff.
Let's
it just pisses me off
let's
that I'm expected to respect someone's pronouns when they stole someone's
Okay.
fucking cat. I don't do
Let's-
respect for people who steal other people's animals.
Okay, we get the point. So
we got the point. Do I gotta be like Dino? The longer you go on, I will start drinking some Powerade on the stream just to prove a point.
And yeah, let's continue as
Also,
I'm
guys,
saying.
I actually
Let's
had
talk
to post.
positivity.
I had to post a link to my new server because freaking I had to go under an alt account. So
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Let's hope they don't just immediately disable that one too.
Wait, what happened?
He posted Lodi, and because Discord
Apparently
changed
he did.
its-
I'm not. A lot of the thing is, the problem is that Lolly is one of those things that's up for interpretation. This is why I don't think it should be banned, because of how up for interpretation it is.
Yeah.
Okay, look, if someone's doing a lewd picture of Anya from Spy X Family, yeah, that's wrong. But lollies tend to be thousands of years old, and there are actual people
Okay, I
who
get
look
it.
young.
Here's the problem though: is where do you draw the line? Like, where do you draw the line? Because the problem I'm having is that using canon age as a justification to consider banning someone, you get into that again gray area territory.
No, when
All
I
right, all
say
right. Can we go? Can we postpone the
No,
argument?
Again,
don't say
it's either
anything.
all allowed or it's not allowed. You have to pick one because
look, when I say Anya, I mean at her current age. If someone draws her as an adult, I don't see a problem with that.
All right.
but the thing is that when you get into heavy-handedness, when you get into heavy-handed things like banning someone, you really can't make that personal value call when you're dealing with TOS and stuff. We shouldn't that to me is like more of a personal value type thing when you're because when you're dealing with fiction, you can't really make broad blanket bans on things like that because it really doesn't work because of how not only it's up for interpretation, but everyone has their own boundary when it comes to fiction.
Okay, look, I've made my point that half of these assholes who are against Loli are fucking hypocrites because they lust after characters like Bakugo.
Yeah,
And
that's the thing. And
Yeah.
it's hypocrisy.
Yeah. Here's the
And-
other thing. If I'm gonna say this, right? And these antis, at the same time, they think, oh, they want to call lolicons pedals. They're the ones who have followers who are minors. To be honest, mostly are minors.
And not just that, but also something else to note here is, I guarantee you these people who are pointing at LodiCon and ShotaCon saying it's, CP, are the same people who are, praising kids being drag kids at a drag
Yeah.
show, where
Well, I
there
mean,
have
we-
been
The
legit,
Orange movie.
there
Yeah,
have been
we
legit, proof that there have been some incidences with drag queens and children.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean I think that we know that by now. It's just the problem is that these big tech companies are basically trying to. I think the game is that if big tech companies ban it, then you basically open the door to then say, well, there's less of them, so now we can go after like hentai, and Sad Panda. Well, Sad Panda is hosted overseas, so good luck with that. But I'm talking,
Yeah.
but there's like Galboru, Donboru, all those sites. If big tech bans it as being illegal, that kind of ramps up attacks that could then eventually hit web hosting and DNS providers, and then that would take down the hentai websites. And once they take down the websites, then it's basically all out war at that point.
Yeah. But here's the
yo,
thing
Rudy
is,
King. Listen, dude. My original account on Discord just got yeeted, so that's
Well,
why.
is
And
it some
also,
minor got in?
I did leave a link in the freaking
yeah, I
in
can't
the.
click on the link or I'll get kicked out of the StreamYard.
You know what? I'll share with you later, like after the stream's over, like share in
Yeah.
DMs.
Yeah, probably
let's-
share with it.
So let's
But
continue what I'm
going
saying
back to that
because
part,
I have ordered Splatoon 3.
Nice.
okay,
I'm
nice.
picking it up on Friday, so I'm gonna wake up early to get it.
Ooh, good for you guys. Good for you
Yeah.
guys.
Also,
Yeah.
guys, I just actually had to order freaking Dead or Alive Extreme 3 on freaking the Switch
I wanna-
because
I want to get
You're welcome,
Splatoon.
Mr. Anime. You're
I want to
welcome.
get Splatoon
Oh,
3
yeah,
wow.
on the
thanks
Switch
Joker. I really need that, and
Right.
also I am getting Guilty Gear
Shadow?
Strive as well for the PS4.
Shadow's
Nice.
trying to say something and I can't hear him.
Well, I was trying to say is that I want to try to get Splatoon 3 alongside the Nintendo online membership full year subscription.
Ooh,
It's like
good.
$20, right?
Yeah, $20. But if you want to pay
$20.
for extra service, that's like $30 more for the you want to play all the N64 games and get the
Nah,
DLCs.
just
and-
normal.
You want? I mean, okay. My sister-in-law actually suggested that one, and I really didn't see a difference, but I got it. But now that I can get like the N64 games and stuff, I'm like,
Oh, neat,
Right.
neat.
I'm glad my sister-in-law told me.
But yeah,
I got
Splatoon-
to play Earthbound for the first time. I was never lucky enough to own the game when I was a kid.
Well, okay, but what I want to say here is that
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
Splatoon 3
friggin-
won't be for a while, mostly because of Joy-Con drift. Unfortunately, I have Joy-Con drift.
Well, I usually play Splatoon with with a regular control or on the go, but morely on the controller if I'm not even going anywhere.
I've actually gotten friend requests via Splatoon 2,
Same here.
which surprised me because usually when I get a friend request, I assume it's because I posted my code on Reddit or Facebook. No, the past 8 times it's been friended you via Splatoon. I'm like, you can do that?
Yeah, you can do that in any game.
But when
Yeah,
I do get Splatoon, someone needs to invite me to a party.
A sex
Yeah.
party.
I mean, if I have you as a friend, Shadow, I can always have a thing.
Yeah.
To know if you're playing the
Okay, and if anybody wants to come and join me, hold on just a second. Let me just pull up my information here.
But anyways,
if anybody wants to add me as a friend,
Yes, please.
my code is, listen carefully.
Hey, hold on. Mr. A, are you sure you want to say that on
On
stream?
No.
don't say it. Don't say it.
Okay, hold on.
You
I'll-
don't
Just put in the
want
private
you
chat.
don't want the
I'll put it in
assholes.
the private chat, okay? Hold on, guys.
There you go.
Listen.
That's a little better.
There
Okay,
you go.
this
Better.
is what.
Okay, so while he's doing that, I mean, like going back to what we were talking about
I'm
previously
gonna
about
be
all
right
the
back. I need to pee.
underage and like the actual age of the anime characters. I mean, the
Yeah.
community that worst at it most is still the Super Smash Bros. Community. There have been multiple allegations of like them coming out like, oh yeah, by the way, this and that. I don't care if it's an anime character. It's wrong. Next day, holy crap, they're in jail for
Yeah.
being like that is disgusting and like
I mean-
dude you're like younger than I am, but holy crap, you should
What-
not be doing that.
What's funny
It's
is
called
that
practice what you preach, as we always say. Practice what you preach and back it up. But holy crap, they caught you red-handed.
Yeah.
what's funny is there is a legit correlation between people who sit there and say, anime or lolis, whatever, is CP, and them actually being CP themselves. Like that one fat loser back, I don't know when it was, but he shut down the Twitch stream because those two hot, legally aged Japanese girls were, jiggling their butts and stuff. And he's all like, I'm sorry that this offended everybody. Meanwhile, he himself was a disgusting, morbidly
All right,
obese
I posted it on my.
CP.
I posted my friend code on the private chat. So if anybody
Alright.
wants,
Aye.
Don't
Also,
forget
I hope to get.
don't forget what's his name. I think his name was Dr. Pizza or something from like Wired
Yeah,
Magazine.
Dr.
Yeah.
Pizza.
He went further and said anime is for pedos. Guess what happened later?
He
In
got-
jail.
It wasn't even CP. It was he was actually going to try and actually molest someone.
Holy
That's
shit! I
disgusting.
that.
Holy
Like, someone should
fucking
have shot him.
Christ!
Like, I'm
I mean,
sorry,
how stupid are people these days?
Yeah,
Exactly.
he got caught in an FBI sting operation.
Yeah,
And
and
again-
also he's also an anti-Trumper, of course, and one of those crazy people.
And again, there is a correlation between those who say anime and lolis is pedo and them being the actual pedo.
I mean, it even goes further than that. Like some, like like people who are as Cerno would always keep saying, the why they keep trying to ban anime and stuff. But it's like, guess what keeps on happening? Guess what they keep on finding under these investigations?
Again, see,
CP, or again,
and it's a
it
dual purpose
ties
thing.
into this stuff.
It's a dual purpose thing because not only would ban would it because not only, like, for example, the public position of them. Remember how they flipped in 2018 to being anti-pedo just to attack anime, and now they're trying to flip back. The thing is banning lolicon would do two things. One, it would utterly destroy our hobbies, which is one of the objectives, and another objective, and a consequence that's probably intended, is that it would divert the attention of federal law enforcement to dealing with like hundreds of thousands, probably even millions of cases of weebs possessing lolicon, and they would be tied up in these cases.
And also there will be a lot of lawsuits.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, the problem is that this is like when you're banning something that's well, I wouldn't say popular, but widespread, you're getting into prohibition territory. And while the FBI is trying to crack down on that, all these pedos would be going free because the FBI wouldn't have enough resources to get them.
Oh, geez. Are you saying it's going to be that one episode of The Simpsons where when the police show up, Mo switches to what looks like a pet shop, only we're going to be like showing Disney movies or something when they show up?
Sort of like that.
Pretty much.
Well, sort of, but I mean, what it is that the FBI would not have enough resources because they'd be too busy going after drawings, and plus most of the, and plus a lot of these sites would just move overseas. There's like tons of countries they could move to, and they'd be left alone. And honestly, if they moved to like Austria or Japan, good luck getting them to remove content, because what would happen is that if they move to something like Austria, for example, they would have a hard freaking time trying to get Austria to extradite someone who is over drawings. Because remember, Austria was one of the people. I'm talking about the East now. I just want to make sure that you don't get Austria confused with Australia, which are two different countries.
Yeah.
A lot of people do get that confused for some reason.
Austria
is basically the country that's next to Hungary.
I'm a joke here. Australia and his stick in the ass brother Austria.
But what I was gonna say is that Austria, they refused the whole UN thing, just like Japan did.
Yeah.
So what would happen is that it would basically be a booming internet service business in Austria. It would improve internet connections in Austria because there would be a lot of infrastructure there. Plus, and if all the hentai sites moved there, and the U.S. could not extradite anyone, because apparently U.S. law applies worldwide, and for some things.
Yeah.
If they could not,
please don't encourage the idiots.
Yeah, I know.
No, but what would happen is that.
Yeah, hold on.
They would literally have to have a great firewall to stop it. It would be like prohibition all over again.
No, please don't. I've heard too many stories of people from America trying to enforce shit in other countries and being all surprised Pikachu face when they find
it already happened with Kim.com with the whole copyright situation.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what happened to Julian Assange. So it's already happened. It's already a thing.
And now it's going on with Kiwi Farms at the moment, because here's the thing: these people.
That's the thing is with Kiwi Farms. That seems to be a private company issue. The thing is that when you're dealing with IP addresses and stuff, those are more of institutions of core. When you're dealing with core parts, like for APNIC, for example, if they try to control that APNIC, if they try to get them to revoke their IP assignments, That would be a bad precedent for the internet, and it might require the U.S. to one day
Let's see.
nationalize IP address space, because otherwise there would be no free speech.
Cerno,
Also-
I'm begging you, just please don't bring it up. I mean, I heard a story of a Karen getting all pissy because she was offered spotted dick as dessert, and she thought they were trying to give her a dildo.
Oh, yeah, and
Oh,
also,
wow.
Langbo actually says the woke joke are support of people with unhealthy interest in kids, especially in the UK. Absolutely disgusting.
And
yeah, I
UK
totally
UK is one of the most cucked countries when it comes to anime. They're the reason why Omega Labyrinth Z did not get a Western release. It was because of freaking the UK and their fucking dumb laws.
Yeah.
It was the
Oh,
UK's
seriously.
laws.
I'm aware of the UK. They had a scene in an episode of Steven Universe where Pearl and Steven's mother, before Steven was a thought, are dancing together, and they're looking at each other all forlornly and stuff. And they eventually cut it in the UK release. So it ends up looking worse because you have Greg, who's all wide-eyed, like someone seeing two people having sex or something. So they made it worse by cutting that scene because you see Greg. So basically, if you're from the UK, you're thinking that Pearl and Rose are getting it on.
No, what's funny is that kind of reminds me of in Canada, My Little Pony is on basically the Kitty Kid channel, like Cheddar Tune or whatever. But anywho, I remember that they did some censorship, and the censorship that they did, which was absolutely hilarious, was the word loser. And so the episode where Trixie comes, it's the first season stuff, and she,
Brown pony.
and like she tells Rainbow, like the only thing they'll call you is, and then it's Blink is like, you made this sound worse. Like she just says loser,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
made it sound.
Actually, you got your time period wrong for the prohibition there, Langbo. 1930s no alcohol history. One more time. Basically, the prohibition went from 1920 to 1933.
Yeah, so basically it was all through the 20s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And guess what that created? That created the Italian mafia. Do they really want another mafia dealing with anime stuff?
The Weep
No.
Mafia.
Exactly.
Or I could say the new Yakuza, I could say.
Actually, I wouldn't doubt if that could cause the Yakuza to start operating in America.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine if Lolly was if a ban on Lolly caused a Yakuza to come over here and start operating.
Yeah.
Oh God, Cerno, please don't tempt fate, please.
Well,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I'm just saying what the consequences of what they want to do is. That's all.
okay. Well, anyway, cutting loser would definitely make it worse because she could be calling Rainbow Dash anything,
Exactly.
from an idiot to a slut.
Or like, just imagine, like the only thing they'll call you is bitch.
Slut.
All right, guys.
No, I mean to be fair, I think that would be more like a slur towards rarity.
All right, guys. Let me try to speak on some stuff. All right, with situations with Kiwi Farms, and they keep blaming a website for over docs and whatever. If Kiwi Farm goes down, what about Twitter? What about Discord? What about other sites
Exactly.
that do?
And this is why I don't like the idea of them weaponizing like ApeNick, because that's basically. I don't want to have to explain the whole internet infrastructure thing, but basically what ApeNick is, is one of the support, like, this is why I don't like the fact that the main bodies that govern the internet are private. I think that we should never sign that over because Obama signed it over, so now we can't use the First Amendment to stop this kind of stuff anymore because it's now a global thing.
Yeah.
Thanks,
What should happen is the U.S. should just buy some IP address and space and nationalize it so that the government basically it's under an organization that has to follow the First Amendment.
Yeah.
Awesome, Mr. A. Sorry I didn't show up last couple weeks.
And
It's all good. Besides, you had to actually mourn for your grandfather, and I understand
I know.
because
And I'm
basically,
sorry for your
currently,
loss.
basically, allow me to say this, guys. My grandfather's actually in the hospital right now
Oh.
Oh damn.
Oh.
Sorry to
because
hear.
apparently he actually has water around his lungs and his heart. So they're trying to get rid of that.
Okay,
Oh.
is this a new thing? Because that's why my grandfather died. He had liquid in his lungs and stuff.
Yeah.
I have to probably
How
ask my
does
sister
that
about that.
happen?
She's more of a
My
nurse in the
grandma
family than.
Yeah, the
last
same.
year
It's similar.
for me.
It's a similar situation with my grandmother, who kind of died, like my maternal grandmother, because she died. But the reason is she's been getting to her falls, and her back is like sensitive.
But what I want to say is, my grandma unfortunately passed last year for me, 10 days after my birthday.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh
That's
yeah,
terrible.
oh yeah. I've already showed Dio and Shadow, but I got a Hocus Pocus mug that I'm gonna be drinking my root beer out of when I watch Hocus Pocus 2.
All right.
That is absolutely
Wait, are they?
amazing.
All
Why
right.
are they?
Wait,
Let's continue about what some stuff
wait,
I'm gonna say. Right.
is root beer alcoholic? Because I want
Yes.
to drink that.
Yes,
Shut
Shadow.
up, what?
Yes.
No.
Yes, Shadow.
Oh.
Root beer is fucking alcoholic, Shadow. Let me tell you, root beer, the soda, is
Root.
fucking alcoholic that even children can drink it.
Okay.
Shadow, you're too funny.
Nah, root
I
beer
wanted to
is
drink
not.
root beer.
If it's not obvious, it is not alcoholic.
Oh,
Like,
fine,
like seriously,
good.
Shadow. What the fuck? I mean, okay, let me guess.
Okay.
Ohio
You know
doesn't
what?
have
I
root beer.
remember
Does
this one
Ohio
high.
Okay,
not
guys, one
have
at a
root
time. One
beer?
at a time.
Does Ohio not have root beer, Shadow? Because if not, then
I mean, they
congratulations.
have the. I mean, they have the soda root beer, but
Well, what did you think I was talking about?
Oh my
I know what he's saying
God.
because there's some.
Shadow, what the? Oh.
Well, to be
well,
fair,
what
there
I'm
are
trying
some
to say is
alcoholic
that
beverages, that are
I just
the wine
assume
coolers
beer, root
that I like
beer.
to drink.
All right.
The only one that root beer is alcoholic for is freaking Noir from Hyperdimension
Just
Neptunia.
say the line.
Gosh, that voice clip was funny.
Okay.
I think I lost some brain cells, Shadow. Thank
Sorry.
you.
No,
Okay,
Shadow,
guys.
Shadow,
Actually,
I'm-
there are some like alcoholic versions of root beer called like
There
Best Damn
are.
Root Beer and Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Yeah,
No.
but I'm
That's the one
not
cool.
Those are
drinking
specific.
alcoholic
Okay.
root beer.
Shadow, I'm definitely punching you in next session.
Sorry,
Guys,
Okay,
sorry.
guys.
You're voting with
Okay.
disadvantage
Let's
too.
move on
Whoa,
to this.
Come on,
guys,
Kala.
Let me
Time
continue.
out.
Let me continue with the situation, right?
I'm
Let's Shiny speak.
All right. Since
What
besides
else we got?
with all this blame going on the internet, it's because these people. Here's the thing, like they shouldn't be doing something stupid on the internet, like I see like get into some drama like Kick Vic whatever, and like here's the
Okay,
thing.
if there's Kick Vic left, who is still
Dude,
talking about
she
this
came
All
back.
right, let me
BS?
continue. All right, like let me continue. The only thing is like these people shouldn't be being like Chris Chan, but like Chris Chan's not a tool to go against people. It's a warning to people not to be like him and not to mess up the world for us.
You know what's hilarious? There's actually a picture of Chris Chan next to Monica Rial.
What?
What?
God.
The Chris Chan, the lol cow of all lol cows?
Yes.
The guy who
Just
There's-
imagine
Yeah,
him
in
saying,
fact,
Oh man. You know, if it wasn't for the doxing and stuff like that, damn. I think that's that and the anti-lolly crusading is what makes, the things that make. If it wasn't for those two things, Kiwi Farms would be funny.
Yeah.
yeah.
If it wasn't for the
guys,
doxing and stuff like that.
hold on, I gotta read
All they have
this.
to do is ban
Barking X
doxing.
says, Barking X says, I love root beer, but the mug version is better. I'm not really fond of the A&W version, but hey, I actually drink root beer, whether it's
I
mug, whether it's
know.
Bars,
A&W,
but
whether
okay.
it's Sparks.
I
All right.
know. I should have
All right,
never
let me
asked. It's
continue.
just my parents always assumed it was alcohol,
All right.
and
what?
I was
All
kind of
right. We're
brainwashed
not talking
by
No,
about
that.
it's
the
actually has a
alcoholic or
soda
whatever.
there.
All right.
It's a
So
Why
it's a
Google's your
carbonated
friend,
beverage.
Shadow?
Huh?
This is why Google's your friend, Shadow. If you're
This
not
is
sure
why,
about something, you Google it,
Not
and
gonna
then
lie,
make sure you don't look like an idiot.
not gonna lie. I just imagine Shadow's parents
Oh
being
yeah.
extremely religious.
I forgot.
Like seriously, who sits there and says the soda root beer is psychotic? Like someone tells me they're religious.
All right.
Like
Let me
What about
Crying
the
out
continue.
loud, if I
Mormons?
was gonna
Because
go
God forbid,
alcohol, I'd
Mormons
go with
don't allow you
wine.
to drink
Okay.
caffeinated beverages.
Let me continue.
Heck, they won't
I
even
would
allow you to
rather
drink
not
soda there.
discuss my parents
Yeah.
here in this stream, if that's okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Ohio still sucks.
But we're talking
All right.
about
Oh.
this next D&D session.
All right.
Exactly.
But anyways, guys. So the only thing, if
I'm just
people
gonna
don't
help
want to
you
be,
forget that.
all
let
right. Let me
Chinese be.
continue what I'm gonna say. So since well, caught
Oh
up,
God,
got distracted.
no, not Coca-Cola. Okay,
All
basically,
right.
I cannot stand Coca-Cola because they decided to go woke.
I don't
Yeah.
like Coca-Cola because if you leave it out unrefrigerated, it has that nasty taste.
Did you know that Coca-Cola, when it was first made, had Coke in it?
I know,
Yeah.
that's absolutely
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
I
that's why I
drank
usually
fucking
either
3
drink Pepsi
days
or
when
root
I
beer.
fell off this Coke!
Okay.
That's why I
Let's
usually drink either Pepsi or freaking Dr Pepper.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
all right. So
Let
let's
Chinese finish.
let's continue saying like in a situation if people don't want to be a locale, here's the thing: don't do anything stupid online. Be more decent, which is obvious. And at the same time, well, I'm gonna say this: if they want to be, if they don't want to be doxxed or harassed, they shouldn't be on the internet. Like they shouldn't be having a social media presence at all.
They shouldn't put their actual name out there.
As well, and their age. That's why I never tell my age online.
I mean,
Yeah, unfortunately
I
for
hope
me,
people don't think Dee Dee the Sinner is my actual name.
That would be badass in a way.
But
I
here's
mean,
the
just
thing:
imagine going to Salt Lake City or any extremely religious places. Like, oh my, that is your name? Oh, sweet mother of God.
and even though I don't tell my real name as well, the only thing is like
oh, what do we have here? This I gotta friggin' see.
and that's why
Wait, wait.
people should be careful to be, on the internet. They need to be more decent instead of getting into
It's
like
not
this
what you think, Mr.
drama for
Anime, so
clout.
very careful. Okay,
Oh
so yeah, so
my,
I'm gonna. Okay, it's up the home.
oh my, oh,
Mr. A, you might want to take that back because I'm about to tell a story.
Oh
So
no.
careful what you say online from this point onward. So,
Oh no.
well, keep
All
careful.
right.
So honestly, I'm on the positive stuff. When I was at my anime convention, I was buying a lot of stuff, and I come across a lot of figures. So I'm like, okay, I want to get one of these anime figures for my little cousins who are, I gotta say, about how old they are now, 16, 17, because these are some of the more middle cousins. So anyway, long story short, I look around. I'm like, God damn it! I know they're like My Hero Academia, but they have some of the more expensive ones. I'm like, okay, I'm not buying that one. And then I remember, wait a second, one of them loves Hatsuku Miku, and lo and behold, there are some of them. I had like a couple of different figures to choose from. I'm like, which one do I get? I'm like, let me get the cheapest one, which is like $40, $50. So I'm like, okay, I'll get the made one. So
Ooh.
I bring that home. I'm like, oh yeah, mom, that's right. When I got back home, like your annual sister weeks because there's 6 sisters in her family, and she's kid number 7. So it's like your sister's week is coming up. Give this to Barb so she can give it to her children. And I just got a card from one of them saying that it was very thoughtful that I gave them an anime figure, and one of them absolutely loves it. So it was a nice gift that I gave them.
Oh,
I'll
that's
be right
sweet.
back. I need
I
to
was
get some
kind of
water.
expecting. Oh, by the way, not to change the subject real quick, but is the Audi TV series out?
Oh, which one?
The Audi, the TV series
Oh,
about
Lost
the.
Ollie. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
on
yeah.
Netflix.
Okay, okay,
Very
okay.
awesome, very good. But also, it gets a little dark. But oh man, it's such a good.
Yeah,
It's
if I'm
like
not mistaken,
watching.
if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken, you said it was the way it gets dark, air quotes, is kind of on parallel with what you call it, the Brave Little Toaster.
Oh yeah, kind of like the Brave Little Toaster dark in a way. It's actual
Run.
PG dark, not the silly PG, but the actual when PG used to meant PG. It's like, dang, that was pretty dark. But it's like, oh
Yes,
man,
Worthless. That's a fun song to watch as an adult and realize
yes,
it's more or less mortality.
exactly. It's that kind of dark. But honestly, it's only 4 episodes long. It's like watching two films in one go. But man, it's such a good one. I actually cried a
What
few
about adding
times.
like? Hold on, guys. Wheat Pillar actually asks, how do you guys feel about a fantasy world with a country that has a mixture of Greek, Roman, Aztec, Mayan, and Incan culture? I was also thinking, why not throw in Japanese culture with that as well?
Why not throw in Norse
I mean,
and Egyptian as well?
I
Well,
I don't
playing
really
Shin
care.
Megami
I'm
Tensei.
just wondering how wokies are going to react to it.
I mean, to be fair, well, hold on.
Well, I mean, like, there were several Animal Crossing villagers that I love that got removed because wokies threw a fit about their design being appropriating things like Native American culture.
I already
They
seen that
better
video.
leave the Egyptian cat alone. I want her. I don't have her yet, but I want her on my island.
Well,
I mean,
don't
fa-
ask me if I end up getting her. I'm keeping her.
I already got her card
how do you
anyway.
feel about fantasy world with a culture that? I mean, if I want to do that, I would play Shin Megami Tensei or a few other Atlas titles along with all this stuff. I mean, to be fair, like, when you look at a lot of our entertainment, there are drawing or taking inspiration from a lot of Norse mythology. That's what Final Fantasy does a lot. They always take from the Norse. You look at a lot of their games.
well, Shiva's name is from India, I think.
Yeah,
India
yeah,
as
it
well.
is. The God of
Literally,
Destruction.
Record of Ragnarok. You're like fighting like a lot of the gods from again from a lot of the culture from Greek, Roman, Aztec, Mayan, Indian. Like right now,
Also, I follow Clownfish on Facebook as well as YouTube because I got yeeted from Twitter because Twitter is fucking hypocrites. The point is, I'm very disappointed in Dr. Squatch because they have a line of Star Wars stuff and they made one for Ray.
Mm.
oh
Disappointed
boo hoo, boo dee dee.
because I don't want to smell like Ray.
You don't have to.
In
Yeah,
fact, when I originally got like the Doctor Squatch soaps, I got one with Yoda, I got one with Darth Maul, one with Darth Vader,
I
and one with
love
Obi Wan
Dr.
Kenobi.
Squatch. I know it's supposed to be for men, but I like it better because all the soaps made for women are too floral and it hurts my nose when I smell them. Whereas Dr. Squatch has more of neutral scents that I can handle without being like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. I got a headache.
I actually like the floral smell.
Well, you can have the floral soaps. I'll stick to Dr. Squatch because it doesn't hurt my head.
Yeah.
Well,
Deal.
and he's a femboy, so makes sense.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
No, I
and
tried to turn myself into a fanboy, but I couldn't because of my, I have too much testosterone myself.
So
I
Dio
mean, I
has
look dressed up as Yor, but I gotta lose a lot more weight.
That means you're a real man.
That
Yeah.
means you're a real man.
so Dio
Sorry.
has any wokies tried to claim that you're trans yet?
Not yet, but I'm pretty sure they will. Cause let's face it, they're pathetic losers, and anyone who has, I've even seen someone who
You
is
know,
a male with a female VTuber, and even these assholes are slithering in saying, why would you just be trans and get it over? It's like, because we're not trans.
I wonder because I don't know. I'm thinking that a lot. I'm wondering if at one point in the past because I play I play a female character on Twitter because mine's a roleplay account. The funny thing is that one person actually told me, well, when are you gonna get your dick chopped off? It's like, are you kidding? I'm not trans.
Oh my god.
But it's so fucking stupid. Like with D&D, I mostly lean towards playing female characters because I'm comfortable with them.
Yeah,
but I have played male characters too. That doesn't mean I want a fake dick sewn onto my hoo-ha.
I know.
exactly.
I mean, I enjoy playing female characters in D&D simply because it's, well, fun. I mean, I don't
I
have
mean-
like a deep reason to do it. It's just
I mean,
fun.
at the very least, females can do it temporarily with something called a strap on.
Oh yeah,
Oh
there you go.
God.
Or maybe
That's
have better
something
designs,
that
better costumes.
something that that's an advantage that females have.
Look,
know,
my
but-
point is just because I like playing guy characters from time to time doesn't mean I want to sew a fake dick on my hoo-ha.
Yeah, I don't know why they want people to permanently alter their bodies just because of their preference, a preference that might change over time. It just does not make sense.
Because
St.
it's
Paul used to do
basically,
that, and it was fun.
I mean, it's these activists, and if anything, these activists are more of a cult than anything
Yeah.
else.
They're enforcing gender norms by saying, well, if you don't, I think it's a way to increase their numbers, even though it's artificial. These people that they convince are trans when they aren't are gonna regret it, and I think that's where the
It's
suicide
true.
rate comes from. It's because
Yep.
these people push people into doing something they don't want to do.
I mean-
They're convinced, and the thing is that if they're not really trans, they're not good. They're gonna regret it.
And here's
They're
what
not
I'm gonna
truly
say.
trans.
I like playing Legends of Zelda. That just because I like playing as Link doesn't mean it instantly means I long to be a boy because I like
Yeah.
as Link.
Same
But
thing
one
with the
thing I want-
Tunia games.
One thing I want to out there too is the fact that these activists, if there's any trans person who detransitions because they regret it because it wasn't for them, they are ostracized by this community or by the activist community.
And
But
well,
let's-
I do
Okay,
think
we
that
need
both
to
are very
make
sad too at the same time.
We need to make a
You know.
safe space for the people who realize
Oh.
that they weren't really trans; they were forced
Oh
into it.
God.
I mean, I remember
Okay.
This is why
watching.
the
Well,
haters got
the
them
problem
so
is that the
safe.
permanent
One time,
alterations
one
to their
time.
body can't be undone.
I
Okay,
remember
guys.
watching one of.
I feel like
Sophia
lawsuits are gonna come.
Norris's-
Whoa,
Gonna be coming in the
one
One
next
at
at
a
a
few
time,
years.
time.
one at a time, one at a
Okay,
well,
guys. I'm
okay,
just gonna
so-
say this: likes, followers, shares does not equal to money. To be honest, it's like this is what social media want to care about: the likes, the shares,
or even
the
respect. Or
followers.
even respect. Just because you have a lot of followers when you first started, that does not mean that you earned respect or like people like you. Maybe they like you for a
Oh.
few things, but then they look back on it's like, why am I following you? I'll unfollow you because
Yeah.
whatever.
I would like to also add something onto this because you know if you haven't noticed, Alice Alucard's you know the one VTuber's
Yeah, I already
ma-
know.
main-
She got
yeah.
her channel yeeted.
She's back
Yeah.
though. She has another one.
I know,
she's back.
but the thing is that the person who did it so there's rumors going on that they're going to do it again once Alice reaches the follower
Okay.
count she previously had. That the person's going to report her again. So
Okay,
Yeah.
do we know who this
I think
person
at
is
some
so we
point
can
people got to take
report them?
preemptive strikes.
Do we know who
Okay,
this
Honolulu,
person
what am I
is so we
saying?
can report
Whoa,
them?
whoa, guys, let Dee finish. Go ahead, Dee.
I said, do we know who this person is so we can report them? Because this has got to be against rules because this is harassment.
Hold on.
So
The person who
someone summarize.
their Twitter is eyebrows247247 and their and the culprit's Twitch is Rie247.
Then we need to report their Twitch and make sure that Twitch knows they're harassing Alucard.
Yeah. You know,
One thing
I don't really care. I don't really care anymore. These people, the people who do this kind of thing, who report out of spite and all this, something has to give.
Oh no, I want to see if they throw a hissy fit on Twitter saying, "Oh, people got me yeeted off of Twitch," just so
Yeah. Well,
people can be like, "Well, you did it to Alucard. Why should we care? It happened."
well,
to you."
they got Alucard's Twitter suspended. I don't think they got her Twitch, but still. The funny thing is that in real life, the person behind the character Alice is black.
Yeah, and that's
Wait,
what's absolutely hilarious.
Wait, seriously? Seriously?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Wow. Wow. Okay, you know
Couldn't
what? I am
man,
gonna
we
couldn't
should
that be
actually
considered
invite
racist
Alice on
then?
here sometime.
Yeah.
wait.
I mean, technically, yeah. Technically, that the person, yeah, technically that is racist. The fact
So
that
wait a
they
second.
targeted a minority, basically.
All right, all right. So as a person of color, since I love to use, because Mr. A knows I hate using the term person of color a lot. So as a person of color, because these Twitter people always keep saying that we want to support you guys, we want to help you grow. Number
Oh.
one. So now you're backstabbing us. So now, so when someone's popular, you don't like them now. It's like you're allowed to do this, and it's like you do realize you never know who the VTuber is, and when we come out that, oh yeah, they are an African person. I'm like, so
Get freaks
now
in the
what?
house.
I feel like hypocrites. It feels very awkward.
Oh,
One
Second
thing I
of
want to
all,
throw out there.
when
One thing I
it
want
comes
to
to
throw out there
supporting
is
content creators. Thirdly, is that an original character designed by Alucard? Because if it is, draw more of that shit. I love that shit.
oh yeah. Do y'all know YouTube Shorts? You know, they're kind of like
TikTok.
Yeah, well, I watched someone took a scene from a Bugs Bunny cartoon, and he's singing the one little, two little, three little Indian song as he's shooting Indians. Again, it's an old cartoon, so no one is allowed to call me racist or whatever. But I look in the comments, and there's a bunch of people saying, as a indigenous person or a Native American, I find this funny, and people are getting mad at him, screaming about it. There was even one that edited and saying, "Why are y'all mad at me?" And I commented, "Because you poke holes in their argument. Because if you like it, you find it funny, then that means they can't complain about it being racist."
because here's the thing. First and foremost, Sonic Joker.
And
Me and Didi, in a way, can also kind of feel your pain because even though we both don't like saying our sexuality because it's no one's fucking business, we both hate having to do it, but we have to because if we don't, we have an asshole saying, "Oh, you're just a straight person." It's like, no, bitch.
No.
I
Bye.
hate my generation, and I
I hate
wish I was born
Generation
in the
2.
90s.
Wait, technically
Shadow,
speaking,
we know you're not
are.
an asshole like them, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I mean, this keeps going back and forth like so many times of, with the different controversies, whether it be big or small or something that's like, hey, you know what? Why don't you ask the actual people of color if they're offended by this? My dress up darling. I've said this countless times. As a yeah, technically speaking, it's not
Okay, who's
really
echoing?
that racist. Like, if you talk to me, who is a
I don't
brown
know.
person, I'm Spanish. I'm like, it ain't racist. All I needed to do was to explain the situation better. I do get mad about people. Again, this is another different topic with different characters, but I will always say this: why don't we draw our own characters
All right, I'm back.
instead of making new characters?
Oh,
Instead
I
of
actually
doing these edits. Again,
actually
let me
have a
speak.
video.
Okay, what were you
It's
saying
dumb and
about
stupid, and it takes
who's
away from
behind
the
the Alice
artist.
character?
Why don't you make new characters instead of fixing it for better? Shut the
Oh,
fuck
Oh,
up.
I was saying it's because the funny thing is that because the person who got Alucard's Twitter banned, the fact that they went after basically a black woman, because the person behind, I think she said this on stream, even that she's black. She lives. In fact, I think she even lives in like
New Jersey.
in a less fortunate neighborhood, but she's trying to pick herself up and become. She's trying to lift herself out, and
That
trying to enjoy her life, and these people want to take that away from her. The people like the people who want to get her banned because
I guarantee
it's just
you.
it's basically the person who got her banned is the
Whoa.
racist.
Fair
And
enough.
Plus, they felt people
I hate
called
to
her.
cut you off, but we gotta freaking let Dee Dee talk. Go ahead, Dee Dee.
I guarantee you, if Alice Alucard did a face reveal, showing their face and stuff, they'd instantly get wokey assholes saying, "Oh well, you're a traitor to your race." Then
And then they probably use that to dox her, which is probably why she doesn't want to prove that she's black, is because she doesn't want to get doxed.
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
that's what pisses me
Okay.
off when it comes to when it comes to talking about queer representation and stuff.
All
Because if
right.
I say anything, I'm instantly told that I'm just homophobic or something. And then I
Yeah.
have to say, but I'm bisexual. And I shouldn't have to say, but I'm bisexual.
Okay, Shani, you had to
Right.
say something to say?
Okay, yeah, it is ridiculous how they say like earlier ago when these wokies going against, they say, oh, they support the minorities, but no, but it happened to me as well because that's the thing when people going against me thinking I look white because of my skin color, which I'm not.
Yeah,
I mean, here's the
it's
thing.
kind of
At
the
the
same
end,
thing
Whoa,
for
whoa,
me
whoa,
as a
whoa,
person.
whoa, 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 let
Oh,
Joker talk. Let Joker talk. Go ahead, Joker.
Okay, well, it's kind of a little the same thing for me. Back, again, I did not know this at the time. Like in first grade, where one of my friends like, "Oh, you're a little," he wasn't being racist. He's one of my best friends. I think he's trying to say in the light, I look just a bit more lighter than I did, but the teacher took it the wrong way. I'm like, hey, you know what? That's a big life lesson that I learned nowadays. I'm like, oh, I guess he didn't mean that, but it is different, weird when you live on that side of, wait, are
Shut
you
up, man.
this or that? But like, no, not really. I don't have a problem with people asking like what nationality I am because I have gotten confused with
Joker.
people a little different times. Someone asked me, "Aren't you Filipino?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm from Central America." Like, "Oh, you look like one." I'm like, "Oh yeah,
mm,
well,
Well,
we did try, but that's okay because sometimes, because
well,
that's fine because they were just curious. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, that's okay, but that's not being racist. That's just someone who was just curious. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, that's okay.
And
well,
yeah,
this is the stupidity that we had with Encanto because people were screaming about Peppa being basically white as a sheet basically because how dare there be a representation for one of the types of people in Colombia.
and one thing I want to
People
talk
do
there
people
too.
realize that there's more, there are like darker, like lighter tan people out there. Like, there are, and quote unquote, white Mexicans or Spanish people out there. Do you see them as often? Not quite, but
What's a cat?
they are out there.
Well, one thing I want
yeah,
to talk
and
there is the
Go ahead,
issue
Didi.
with these SJWs is they want to be the hero, the white knight. They want to be our voices when we're
yeah,
like, you don't speak for us. Shut up. We don't want your help. We don't need your help. We want original characters, which thank you, Vivzy. Thank you, Outhouse. Thank you, insert any and other good representation here.
and
Amphibia.
Yeah, there you go.
And here's the
Exactly.
thing,
Even
I'm gonna
Golden.
say one thing for sure. So because since they're going against, they just want to go against someone who's black trying to be successful, and they're going against me, because I'm Hispanic and partially black, who I will say mostly I'm mixed because they don't want me to be successful. That's the problem.
Oh, Ripper says hello.
Because you'd be living proof that black people aren't oppressed as
Yeah, I mean,
oppressed as they were
Also,
back.
here's another thing, guys. As you know, I'm actually quarter African American myself.
and also
Oh,
Ripper
just
says
like that guy
hello.
from Louder with Crowder.
Also, Ripper says hello because here's a black man with his own comic book that has a black protagonist, and the Wokies are like, no, shut
I'm a
up,
minority
sit
myself.
down. We gotta delete
Didn't
this.
didn't
Yeah.
Dwayne Duffy create Static or am I wrong?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I loved Static growing up.
Superhero
Yeah, exactly.
Static
Static
Shock.
Shock.
I wish we could have more
Superhero
shows with
Static Shock.
Static. And I love Young Justice, but I hated that they threw out Static's backstory in that.
I
I'm half. You know,
Yeah,
what's
and
funny is
also, okay, go ahead.
what's funny is that you know. How they want to enforce stereotypes. It's like I'm half Italian. Are they saying that I should just join the mafia because of that?
Oh, no. Sono. You got to talk like this,
think I'm- I think I'm part Irish.
Yes, Cerno.
Sono, you got to love the pizza in
And
the
even though,
spaghetti.
even though I'm
I'm-
even
what
though I'm
about
part
me? I think I'm part
African,
Irish.
Keep stereotyping me, and you'll be sleeping with the fishes.
here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. Since I'm part
Yeah.
African, it's kind of racist to say, "Oh, tell people eat bugs." It's
Yeah.
kind of racist.
Oh wait! I still remember this one. Let me say something. Depending, I don't care if you like Funimation or not, but I still remember when what's the bunny's girl's character's name again, Mr. A? For My Hero
Mirko.
Academia. Yeah,
Mirko.
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 When they had the African actress for that character, people were like, she's not black enough. I'm like, bitch, please. You have the right. I don't care if you like the actress or not, but it's like they got a character for the role that fits the character. Holy
Yep.
shit! You're telling them they're not black enough?
Well,
Bullshit.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I want to throw out there. I was watching a trans woman VTuber, and I have to say that because, well, she
Hold on a
is
sec.
a VTuber by the name of Sophia Norwitz, and she is a trans woman who is basically calling out the BS in the trans community. I highly recommend you watch her videos. But though she was talking about how you got something as woke or as progressive, if you will, as Overwatch, where you got all sorts of people, Indians, Asians, Filipino, the whole 9 yards. This is a very diverse game, but the people, the Wokies, are still unpleased. It's like it's not woke enough. Where is a black woman? There is a black character, but though she doesn't count because she's a robot, even though that's kind of weird because Piccolo and so other characters weren't
Piccolo's
even
not
human.
even human.
That's the thing. It's like, wait, how come Piccolo counts, air quotes there, but yet this woman,
Knuckles.
yeah, and it's like they just aren't satisfied. They want to create more and more problems. Hell, there's this one game called Boyfriend Dungeon where it's meant for the Wookiees. You got your gay characters, your non-binary. It has a trigger warning at the beginning, and you have the option to turn off the mother, who is this evil, homophobe. So you can easily just turn her off. Well, the Wokies didn't like it because the trigger warning wasn't specific, and it wasn't up to their quote unquote standards, and it's just there's no pleasing them. You could literally make a black, handicapped, non-binary trans woman who identifies as a popsicle, and they still would be like, it's not enough.
Oh God.
There's
I
no
just thought of
pleasing these
something.
people ever.
I'm worried because my niece is going to be going off to college next year. I'm worried she might get indoctrinated.
Yeah, you need to keep in contact with her, and you need to preempt it. You need to tell her about all the what's going on, and you need to counter the stuff before they're able to tell her. Well, if anyone says otherwise, and they're speaking in code or whatnot, before they can finalize that indoctrination by telling you that if anyone says otherwise, they're the enemy. Before they can do that kind of thing, you need to get preempt it. Tell her what's going on beforehand.
Well, I have told her because she's part
I
of
have an idea.
she's part of the queer community too, but I've told her that she needs to want original characters. She shouldn't settle for reskinning of characters.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
she
Well,
doesn't
you need to
that.
preempt. You need to preempt the whole
Hello?
basis altogether of what they're like. There's certain things in college that they teach that they indoctrinate, and you have to disprove the stuff before they're able to teach her that stuff, and before they indoctrinate her. And then because what they do is that they indoctrinate, they don't not only teach the falsehoods, but they also tell you that if anyone says otherwise, then they're secretly out to get you, and then it's finalized, and there's just nothing you can do after that.
Well,
They're
I have
gone.
to say she won't get indoctrinated then because we have too good of relationship. She'd be like, "Are you fucking crazy? My aunt is bisexual, and you're telling me that because she doesn't agree with you, she's the enemy? Fuck you."
Well,
Yeah.
Also,
they want to turn on her then.
Azure Lane.
Oh,
yes.
anyone goes after my niece, I will scalp them.
Also, Fire King. Yes, I've heard of Azure Lane, and it is very, very good.
I
You do.
ever since my niece was in first grade and she accidentally dropped her hot dog on the floor because she was going to Catholic school at the time. when a nun told her she wasn't allowed to get another hot dog despite it being an accident that she dropped hers. I told her, if anyone ever does something like that to you again, you let me know and I'll scalp them. And I don't care if you're someone of the cloth. I will scalp you if you mess with my nieces and nephews.
That black cloth will turn red.
Well, for me, I'm more in the situation I can wreck anyone who try and touch my niece or any of my nephews as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you ever come messing with our family, oh god, or friends, basically you're going to be incurring one of our routes.
It's
So take your
basically
freaking pick.
with me, I've gotten used to being insulted and stuff thanks to middle school. But so you can basically stab me, spit on me, whatever, and I'll just take it. Basically, I'm like Shanks. You can do whatever you want to me, but the minute you mess with someone I care about, I'm not going to let you get away with it.
And here's the thing with social media, like these parents need to be keeping an eye on their kids. If they're trying to spread their negativity for clout, the only thing they'll do is like they'll take their phone, try and get their accounts banned by posting stuff, which they end up losing their accounts, and guess what? Break their phones.
God damn it.
That's what I'll do.
Of course, since my niece is also
Well, I wouldn't break their phones because those things are expensive. If you break them, you're kind of, especially if they paid with it, if they paid with their own money and you broke it, like taking it away is fine, but when you break it,
not your property.
yeah, when they break it, that's when I say, well, if they assault you or they break something of yours, that's on you because you broke something of theirs. Or it's justified if they do something to you.
The point is like
Anyway,
because you hold power over them.
The point is if it's your own money, you gave it to him. That's the thing.
Anyway,
not if they're like not if they're teenagers and have a job.
Sorry. Let Didi talk. Go, Didi.
Anyway, my niece is going to be going to a college in our state, so I'm gonna let her know if anyone starts harassing her to start recording shit, because we live in a one-party state where you don't have to let the other person know you're recording shit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of the whole two-party bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it just lets people get away with stuff.
Well, I only know this because my neighbor, who's a friend of mine, I watch her boys from time to time. She told me her daughter, who's now 14, was being bullied. So I looked up if my state was a one-party state. It is. So I let her know so that if her daughter's still getting harassed, she can start recording shit to get proof that she's being harassed, and maybe the school will, fucking do something.
Just
I think the whole two-party state bullshit it needs to change.
But at the same time, with
two-party is stupid because the minute you have to let someone know that you're recording, they're of course not going to do the shit they normally do.
Exactly. So of course I'm a good person. I totally was not going to smash your face in with this 2x4.
Point is, like, they just want to do all this bullying and all this false accusations for clout.
Oh,
wow. Ohio still sucks.
I actually remember hearing a story where this kid, he got sick of being bullied, so he threw his bully out of a 2-story window. And when asked why he did it, he said, well, I was going to get in trouble anyway. I wanted the bully to stop. You see what happens with zero tolerance, where you punish the victim too? The victim's like, I got nothing to lose, so I might as well kill the bastard.
It's the same thing with other laws where it's the same thing with other laws like drug laws where you can get life in prison for getting caught. Well, you know what? Then they might as well just kill the person so they don't squeal, because they're going to get life in prison either way. They might as well do the crime that's harder to prove, because they're going to, even though it's more heinous, it's harder to prove. If they're going to get life in prison either way, they might as well just kill.
And even though, here's the thing
with go home.
Let me continue what I'm saying, right?
Go big or go home, because if you're going to go to prison for life either way, you might as well go all out. So it's sunk cost at that point.
And here's the other thing with this that's all this whole so-called public privacy policy. It's like it's enabling these people to just get away with their crimes. While like I seen what happened before when I said before about the library situation. Well, the staff can't even kick out the Karen, so they just basically, oh, I end up being forced to walk out instead of kicking her out to say, oh, we can't do that, it's public property or something like that. That's like bullshit.
Yeah. Also, guys, basically, I'm actually getting so close, but remember, if I actually get to 399, this is what waits for you guys.
Yep.
I'm
The
still
infamous
working
one
for
chip
100.
challenge. But I
Unfortunately,
won't
I
be
haven't
doing it
got there
on
yet.
a video, but I'll be doing it on a live stream, so you guys get to actually see me suffer for doing something really
Yeah,
stupid
but,
like this.
Well,
Yeah.
basically, if I ever get a kid,
Yeah.
be it adoption or the old-fashioned way, I'm gonna drill it into them that if someone starts shit with them, finish it. And if the principal's like, "Well, why would you tell your child to do that?" I'm gonna say, "Because if my child's gonna get punished anyway, they might as well deserve being punished." That
Exactly,
means
there you
beating
go.
the shit out of the person messing with them.
Yeah.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
And the point is like
Or
as I said before, like things need to be changed. For example, like like I said before, the public property BS going on. Like seriously, if they need to screw that and just kick out the aggressive person who caused the problem in the first place.
Hmm.
I mean,
Well,
that's
we
just,
need to deal with Karens. That's the problem.
Yeah.
well, that's just that. But one thing I also want to thought that too with the whole issues with schools. I hate this whole mentality of, punch the entire class because one little bastard couldn't shut the fuck up and calm down or whatever. Like
I know
Yeah,
how that would feel.
Like when
Since
I was
you know
in
what?
middle school, this one time when I was in middle school,
You know what?
this one
I
asshole, for whatever
I
reason,
often got in
was
trouble for
doing
rebelling
something
against that.
Are we gonna
obnoxious.
listen to Dio's story first?
Yeah, well, I was about to say it was like I remember this one time in middle school. This one asshole was doing something stupid. I don't know what it was, but I know I was doing my fucking homework. We all were. But though he, for whatever reason, kept doing this thing, and the teacher's like, if you do that again, the whole class is going to have to write 25 sentences, and he kept doing it. And well, we had to. Oh, they wrote 25 sentences. I refused.
Did you
Because,
get detention for it?
yeah. And I
You know what?
told the,
I would
Please
have
tell
done.
me that little bastard got the shit beat out of him by a couple
You
people.
know what? I would have had my mom come pick me up and take me out of the school anyway. Because here's the thing. The thing is that we need parents who are willing to stand up and say, no, what? He's in detention. No, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to take my kid out of there, and there's nothing you can say about it. And just
Yeah.
come and pick up the kid and tell you're not putting my kid in detention. If you do that, he's not coming to school here anymore. And I would in homeschool.
guys,
When
Hold on,
When
guys. Shadow had something to say. Go ahead, Shadow.
I always getting remembered for being punished by only defending myself.
Yeah, we all did.
You know, if they're gonna punish you for defending yourself, you might as well beat them to an inch of their life.
wait a minute, Shadow, you defended yourself? I'm
You know?
kind of surprised.
You might as well
Well,
beat them,
I did that
just shy
once.
of anything that could be,
consider manslaughter.
yeah, pretty much.
I
Just
rem-
beat them up until they're bloody, and then
I remember in middle school, this was when I first got glasses. I would take them off for PE because, I don't really need them to know how to throw a ball at people because dodgeball.
Dodgeball!
But I came back out of the girls' changing room to put my glasses on, and one of the cheerleaders, and I live in one of those towns where football is the big thing, so the
Oh.
players can't do no wrong. But one of the cheerleaders took my glasses, and I went to snatch it back, and I accidentally hit her bag. I will admit I accidentally hit her bag, and she hauled off and punched me as hard as she could in my back that I still had a huge welt several hours later when my mom got me off the bus. And when she saw that, she got my late aunt, my aunt was alive at the time, but she got my aunt to take several pictures, And my mom kept one copy for herself, and she took a copy to the school and told the vice principal. Now I'm going to give you a chance to punish this girl, but if you don't, I'm suing the school because my daughter should not have been assaulted for trying to get her glasses back.
Yeah.
And my mom made it clear that you can trash this copy if you want, but I got numerous copies of this picture, so I have proof that my daughter was assaulted. Basically, don't try and sweep it under the rug because of one of the cheerleaders.
Ooh,
Wow.
damn.
We need
Nice.
parents who will stick up for their kid like that.
That's true.
Yeah, my parents never
That's
do
mom.
that for me.
Yeah, my
They
parents.
never really defend me after I do stuff like defending myself, for example. They
Even though.
barely stand up for me.
The only thing that pissed me off about it is because my mom didn't clarify what the punishment should be. She got one after school detention, and technically we couldn't do anything because she was quote unquote punished. Oh no, she missed one cheerleading practice.
Oh no, she missed the big game. God, I fucking hate
Oh,
that
who
shit.
cares?
Like, that's always what pisses me off. There's plenty of damn Lifetime movies that have that same little plot where the jock or the cheerleader did something terrible, and they would have gotten away with it because the school was like, oh no, all boys are, good people, blah blah blah.
I
Like,
would know.
there was this one movie on Lifetime, where the football team, let's just say, gave a McDonald's frappe to a
Oh my god.
mentally challenged girl.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Then
And
what
the whole
happened?
town
I can
was
hate people.
the whole town was against the mentally challenged girl, saying, "Man, she doesn't know what she got or didn't." Blah blah blah, some bullshit like that. It's like there was actual proof. They finally did. See that was the mentally challenged girl was telling the truth.
I hate
Yeah.
people. This is why if there is a God and any of these assholes get into heaven, I am going to walk to hell. I'm going to tell my mother if she's in heaven, I'm sorry, but I can't be part of a thing that would allow such horrible people into heaven. I'll be hanging with Satan.
Yeah, in fact, basically, I gotta say, back when I was a kid, I not only dealt with freaking, all the school bullies, but I actually had a bully at home, aka my stepdad. And oh god, there's a lot of things that that man has done to me. That I still actually have to hold forgiveness, not for what he just did, but I hope he can actually atone for the things he's done to not only me but also to my older sister.
Listen, I know how you feel. The bastard that the bitch who birthed me was with at the time, it was nothing but abuse, both verbally and physically. The only good thing that has happened was he died nice and slowly of throat cancer, and I only regret not seeing him die personally. I did, however, laugh my ass off for 5 minutes when I found out he died.
Well, it's similar to an old enemy of mine who died before the virus happened.
Oh yeah, he died of throat cancer, nice and slowly.
But the only person that I really enjoyed out of my stepfather's family was was my younger sister's grandfather. He was actually really nice to us kids, not just my younger sister Mariah, but also towards my other sister and myself, because he always actually treated us kids good. And I say, if the good Lord calls his number up, I hope he actually gets into heaven, no strings attached.
Yeah.
I actually think the reason I don't just automatically believe women are always victims is because of what I went through middle school. Because it's like, no, I was brutally attacked by the cheerleaders every day of middle school, that I was happy to go to a program to graduate early just so I wouldn't have to be with them anymore. They are the proof that women can be psychos and even
Yeah.
worse than men when it comes to abuse. So don't ever say women are always innocent.
Yeah,
This
it's
is why I
true.
didn't
And
believe that bitch that hurt Johnny, because I went through it.
and the point is, I'm telling you, because like here's the thing: who causes the drama, the man or the woman?
It's usually the
Mine-
woman.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
usually be the woman because they think I'm the one caused the drama. No, the Karen caused the drama.
Yeah, it all depends.
Then, if they actually freaking get called out, then they'll display the victim.
And
Yeah.
I'm also tired
Society
of people
enables that
claiming.
shit.
I'm also tired of people claiming that she got her face beat in by Johnny, because I'm sorry, but unless she was waiting for Johnny to take off his rings, her face should look like fucking burger meat, not just a smear on her face.
That's why, for me, the reason why I kind of take a break from dating, because here's the thing. It's not just like because of improving myself, also I had to be more careful who I select which women I'll be dating with.
Yeah,
You know,
I love the women who are complaining about how men don't want to go asking them out. I'm like, oh, it's almost as if men are scared of getting accused of shit because you've done it so many times. It looks like you're going to have to initiate the possible date. Oh, and let's be honest, you should pay for the meal. After all, you're the one who asked. It's only fair.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
Women are
yeah,
awesome.
go. It is too late.
So,
indeed.
In case you
Uh,
missed it, I was throwing back what women usually do when men ask them out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Basically, Fire King X actually said that when he was actually Ultra Stapler X, he actually mistaken my uncle for my dad. Yeah, listen, mistakes happen. Besides, you should practically know that my biological dad, however, he's actually freaking what I want to say there. Whoops. Oh, looks like we've got ourselves another guest.
Wait, we got way too many damn people on here.
Oh, we got it's Arcana.
Hey,
Arcana.
what's up?
Oh.
Well, I gotta go anyway. My phone's dying.
All right
Oh,
then, Didi.
All
All
We'll
right.
talk tomorrow.
See you, Day.
Oh,
Bye,
and
Dee.
I'll leave with my thing being that damn owl from Duolingo won't leave me alone. I haven't been practicing my Gaelic for a couple months now, and it's still like, hey, you want to come back and learn? I'm like, no, leave me alone. I regret never making an account with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact,
Oh, that's where the Yandere Duolingo meme came from back in the
Oh,
day.
God.
well,
Anyway, I'll see you guys later.
All right.
see
Later.
ya. Oh wait, okay.
She left.
Yeah, you got
So,
you.
anyway,
Hey, I heard Kiwi Farms is down now. It got blocked.
yeah, my
The
Discord
cloud
got
player.
taken
What?
down because apparently freaking God forbid my account got freaking reported.
Yeah,
You
well,
say that-
no,
oh,
Kiwi
hold on.
Farm. Not there's. He was talking about how Kiwi Farms is down. The only
Well, right
problem
now, the RU
the only-
server got disabled again.
yeah, the thing is that
Yes.
now it's gonna what I don't like about it is the mechanism of why that was so important for them is because people just DDoS them, which DDoSing is a crime.
Yeah.
What's concerning is that nobody's trying to find out who's DDoSing them, even though that's a freaking crime. Because it may be Kiwi Farms today, but it could be other websites in the future. And if no one's gonna try and find who these DDoSers are, well, that's gonna be an issue
Yeah.
for any website online.
so can
At least I
I
saved all the
speak for a sec?
screenshots I needed.
Hold on.
And the point is, this Karen who keep complaining that I know her plays, the point is, I just avoid her plays. That's the thing.
Yeah, and what I'm worried about is that if RIRs, if like APNIC decides to take away Kiwi Farms IP address allocations, that's going to be another escalation that actually is going to be very detrimental to the future of the web.
Yeah.
Because once you go that far, you're basically dealing with you're basically in the situation of Visa and MasterCard at that point, because those are technically private companies that hold that where there's just a very few of them, At that point, what's going to happen is that the U.S. government's going to have to buy some IP address space from these big and then nationalize it so that it can be so that the First Amendment can apply. Because
So
otherwise, free speech on the internet will be dead because these RIR these IP address space allocating places will end up being basically gatekeepers of the internet, and I don't like the idea of there being gatekeepers on the internet.
Yeah.
Also,
hey,
one thing I do want to throw out there too, by the way, I'm not going to spoil the movie for Dragon Ball, movie, no, but I do want to
Oh,
say
Hero.
Yamcha is getting some mad respect right now.
Yep.
Like he is
About
getting
freaking time.
Yeah, because this
he
whole scene in fucking Heroes when he talks to this girl
he
and
is
they
getting some pull.
okay,
hey,
people
so
act like okay, this is what I'm fucking mad
Mr.
about. People act like Yamcha has never gotten any fucking coochie before. I'm like, are you
Oh no,
fucking
yeah, yeah,
stupid?
no, Neo. But I mean, yeah, clearly he has.
Cha-cha.
But just this right here seems like he's getting an actual date and stuff, and like the whole fucking meme thing can finally die, and we can all just praise that he's again getting some pull. I was making a joke, and you ruined it.
Even though he's been getting some, but listen, my point is anybody saying, "Oh, Yamcha lost to a Cyberman," those are all fake Dragon Ball fans. Geek Freak can speak for me here, dude. These are all fake Dragon. They never watched the series.
Not just
Yeah.
that, but at the same time, though, in Dragon Ball Z, all the Z fighters are kind of just, there to get their asses clapped for Goku can come in and, vibe check the bad guy. Which I do
Well,
gotta say
actually,
that,
Goku gets clapped too, so he has to find the ass pull to win, which
well,
happens a lot.
yeah, but I mean, the point is, okay, take that one movie, the Tree of Might, I believe it's called. I really didn't like the movie because it would have been much cooler if each of the Z fighters would have beaten their respective opponents, and then Bardock would have come in, beat the shit out of them, and then Goku would come in and initiate the fight there. But instead, it's like no, they can't do jack shit. So it's like, what's the point in having them?
As a matter of fact, I wish there was like a movie where Goku and Yamcha has to fight their way out, and it was just them two. The other Z fighters are there, but it was like Goku and Yamcha's movie, like because they were first rivals at first, so it would make sense for them to have a movie. But these
Yeah.
idiot writers don't think about that because they're shit and they don't know how to fucking write. Just like Gen
Can I
Urobuchi
say something?
can't write a magical girl series.
What do you want to say?
Can I say something?
Yes.
What do you want to say?
Well, the thing is, I've been saying this for a very, very long time. I mean, is the thing. I mean, there has been times in movies like the Bardock special and the History of Trunks, and there's been like all sorts of places in the series where the side characters actually did something when Goku wasn't around, and I'm glad they did that. And in fact, Dragon Ball Superhero, actually gave the side characters something to do. And
Yeah.
but the thing is, I mean, when it comes to people like Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, Krillin, and all those guys, I mean, they've all been left behind. I mean, the thing is, is what they should do if they want to catch up to Goku. Number one, why do they get their potential unleashed by the dragon, and then they go to Old Kai, ask him to go. I'll say it again. Have him push their put. Hold on, let me say it again. Ask Old Kai to push their powers beyond their limits, like what they did with Gohan, and then go to Goku, ask him to teach them the Kaioken, and then there you go. Everybody's caught up. It's everyone wins. And they should do that
Hey,
with
You know
everybody.
what? You're right. Geek.
Mr. A.
You're absolutely right. Oh, say something. I gotta say something next. The Bleeding Shadow. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have an announcement.
You're gay.
Okay, but anyways, since I want to become an animation channel, I got my first video in production.
Nice.
Yay.
Oh, nice.
In fact, I'm working during your stream.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But anyways, guys,
So,
also I have another channel as well.
But anyways, I think my first video ever is gonna be taking a look at the Batman Scooby Doo crossover and then the Batman TMNT crossover.
That's good.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And also, Dio. Dio helped me with a lot of this stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
And I also want to show him a unique trick I was able to do after the stream's over.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I think maybe it's time we actually wrap this up. So,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of late.
But wait a minute. I want to say one more thing before we wrap it up. Okay, Geek Freak.
okay, good.
Geek Freak. Okay, so all the characters should get their potential. I 100% agree with that. But because Yamcha has been treated by the fake Dragon Ball fan base, is what I call them, because they're all fake, except for
Yeah.
me and you and a few other people. I think that Yamcha should get his own unique power. Instead of just getting Kaioken or whatever, he
Yeah.
should get his own power that is unique to him. And that is
That's true.
extremely hacks. I think that's what Yamcha should get.
Like
Because
his wolf thing.
yeah, he should just get his own power. Like a
All right,
wolf thing,
well-
yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
I-
it.
Well, can I go first?
I kind of
Right.
want to go first. Too.
Okay. So,
Okay.
anywho, okay, it was great, and holy shit, was this late? But I assume
was-
tomorrow everything
okay,
will
Nep.
go
We're
back
just actually
to.
wrapping up there, Nep. So
Yeah,
sorry
we'll be on
about that.
tomorrow.
But listen,
Maybe tomorrow.
also my account has actually. Could someone share the link to my Discord with Nep?
I'll do it.
Okay, appreciate it.
But anywho,
Alright.
it was great. It was good. Also tomorrow, I do have the day off, so you can start the stream whenever the hell you so choose. And remember, my little heathens, to let your desires burn brightly.
Okay, see you in general chat or
Yep.
voice
Alright.
channel.
All right. You wanted to go next, Shadow?
Yeah. Stick with the shadows because at the end of the day, the darkness is always with you. And I hope my first video is good.
All right, we'll have to see. Anyway, Arcana, you still there?
Yep.
All right. Well, you want to say your final goodbye?
Mm-hmm. So all I can say is keep up the account franchise live, keep rocking the dragon, and
All right, let's try that
you
again.
guys are fucking all Yamcha haters in the fucking Dragon Ball community. Fuck off. Except for my
What?
friend Geek Freak.
What? What? I can't hear you.
Oh, he said
I
keep
can't
rocking the
post into the
dragon, and
Dragon Ball
basically
community
he's
or
actually
Yamcha.
freaking. He's dunking on all the freaking Yamcha haters.
Yeah.
Anyway, Geek Freak, you there?
Keep cool, everybody.
All right, Cerno.
Yeah, the thing is that the fact that now, sure, the only problem with the whole Kiwi farm situation is that you're normalizing a tactic that you're basically allowing people to use the whole deplatforming at an infrastructure level, like deeper than we've ever seen before.
Yep.
And the problem with that kind of deplatforming is it sets a precedent that sure we might like it now because it's the right target, but once it's on a target that we like, it's going to become a problem for us. So we should really maybe we should start nipping these tactics in the bud instead of instead of celebrating. We should be concerned because this could happen to a site we like. Because there are a lot of people who hate Lolly, and imagine if N-Hentai went down because of it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
again,
anyway,
you should make sure things like TV Farm shouldn't exist again.
Yep.
The,
Anyway,
the problem is that the tactics being used are basically what's going to happen is that it's going to create a situation where it's going to create a situation where every website that can't get DDoS protected, you're basically enabling DDoS attacks, which is illegal, by the way, to be used. And if that's used,
let's wrap this up. Sorry,
I
Dave.
agree with you, Sarno. I really
We'll
do.
continue more tomorrow.
Yeah, we can continue tomorrow.
all
All right, Joker.
Remember these simple things. Respect the waifus, respect the husbandos, enjoy your fandoms. Arcana, get a new goddamn mic, and fuck our guardian spots.
Motherfucker, get the fuck out of here! I have a perfect mic. I'm just playing. I'll get
Are
it.
you sure
I
about
need to
that?
get a better mic.
All right,
I do.
Shiny.
All right. The only thing is, if you don't want to be a locale on the internet, just please be more decent online and don't deal with these antis and these trolls, whatever. Just block them, because it's a waste of time to argue with them with
Yeah,
over
I agree.
stuff. So, and also just focus on yourself and stay away from social media for a while and focus on what you need to do.
That is true.
And also, I'm just gonna say, just work hard and get good.
All right, appreciate it. And now it's my turn. Thank you guys for actually coming aboard and deal with my craziness. I know it's been a little late to the stream, though. I really actually had to get this off my chest with all the craziness that's been going on. And also, guys, as always, just remember these 4 things. Respect the wife's bid service along with the husbandos if you actually swing that way. And freaking enjoy your fandoms. Embrace your degeneracy as long as it's legal, doesn't harm you or anyone else. Enemy is freedom. And until the next time we meet again, guys, this is Mr. Night 343 saying God, anime, mecha, big titty waifu, fucking speed.
Peace.
All right, later.
Now to watching JoJo.